Hello twin flames, this is Victoria and I'm here with your daily energy check. Welcome to my channel, welcome to the reading. I'm coming to you from Wailuku, Maui, Hawaii. Yes, it's another cozy location, let's put it that way. I will be moving again today and then I'll stay in that location for the rest of my trip to Maui, which is gonna be another 4 days. And I already have some plans to record readings outside, so yeah, fingers crossed that's gonna happen. In the meantime, you can enjoy, in terms of nature, you can enjoy the pictures of the tortoises. I was swimming with these kind of guys on Monday. It was amazing. And of course, we got the roosters outside, the wild roosters. I think I told you guys the story about all the naturally domesticated, all the known domesticated animals and birds exist in Hawaii in their wild form. And yes, it includes wild roosters. Anyways, let's get on with the reading. I got all my cards here, and we'll start with an oracle deck, and it's gonna be the Whispers of the Ocean today. I've been listening to the Whispers of the Ocean a lot this week, so yeah, let's see what we get. Let's get a card for Divine Feminine first of all. Oh, we got two. Alrighty. So we've got number 47, connect to source. Go within to discover what needs to be done. Create the shift required to attract what you want. And another one is love where you are, number 24. And very interesting that the colors are pretty much in sync. And to me, these two, of course, speak of the chakras. The blue is for the heart chakra. Oh, actually, this color may be even more of a third eye, and the orange is the sacral. Use your sensitivity to know when to act. Connect your heart to your head when determining what you would like. Beautiful. I think they're pretty self-explanatory, so I'm just gonna move to Divine Masculine. So basically, in summary, you know, it's interesting that the titles don't necessarily match exactly the description. But basically, this is like, to me, this second card was about knowing, like, this inner discernment to connect your logic and, you know, what your brain is telling you with what your heart is telling you. Super important. The first one was connect to source. It was like, don't just try to logicate the solution in this case. Connect to source to hear the answer, right? To know the solution, to know what to do. And the second part is going to tell you when to do it. It's almost like you're going to source to find out what is the next step, and then your brain, your logic is helping you understand when to do it. Something along those lines. Very interesting. Okay, what do we have? Oops, too many cards. What do we have for the masculine? What can we know? Happy Passover to those who recognize the holiday, by the way. And also, as I'm publishing this is what is it called in the Catholic tradition? I forgot. We call it the Clean Thursday in the Orthodox tradition. But, yeah, anyway, it's that Thursday before Easter, so Easter is coming up. I don't know if I'll remember to say Happy Easter on the actual Sunday, but yeah, Happy Easter to those who recognize it in the Western tradition. Help appears in various ways, number 35. This is for the masculines. There is much support for you. Sometimes you may get so adrift, you forget to look to the support systems that are with you continually. Yeah, you know, like sometimes if we have a special kind of challenge in life, we determine it as special. We are looking for some special source of information on what to do, you know, what the next step is, right? Like getting some sort of advice from a special source. But oftentimes we don't really need to go that far, right? It's right in front of us. The person, the activity, I don't know, source of information, right? It could be right there in front of you. And especially if you ask for that, it will be shown to you. I know we've talked about it before, but obviously somebody needed to hear that today. That asking the question or asking for help is super important, right? If you feel like you're not getting the information you need, ask the question explicitly. Ask for the help, at least. Okay, let's see now with tarot, what do we get for divine feminine energy? Oh, and hope you guys had some profound experiences on the full moon, the pink moon. For me, the most profound event at the peak of the moon was actually that I was in Uber, taking a ride to my dance studio, and it was the wrong address. That was, you know, like when you're searching for where you want to go and you put the place and not the address. So I did that, and that was a mistake because it was the wrong address. Maybe it was the old address or something, I don't know. But I didn't really check because I was in a hurry. And then as we were getting like closer to like the time to the destination, I started like looking around and checking the phone. I'm like, I don't think that's the right address. So yeah, we had to do a detour and come back, and yeah, basically I wasted more money and time than I was supposed to on that trip. So that was interesting. Yes, thank you. So we got Two of Wands and Five of Pentacles in reverse, and we've been getting Two of Wands for divine feminines for a while now, actually. So it means that there's still some choices that need to be made. There's still going to be some temptations in here in your space, divine feminine, where you may want to get away from feeling lonely or look for some sort of validation. Like if I'm making this choice, you know that you will get that validation. Even if you're not telling it, you're not saying it to other people, you know it deep down that this will give you that gratification, that recognition that you feel like you need, right? So be careful with that. Basically, Spirit is saying you are able to, like, you don't really need that validation to feel good about yourself, right? So don't use that as an excuse or as an argument to go for that specific choice. Look deeper. It's supposed to be, and again, with the cards that we had for you, connect to source, right? Don't just use logic. Don't just use, oh, he or she did this and they became successful. That's not really gonna cut it. Although both of these cards are minor arcanas, which means that it is in your hands and it will be the way you decide, right? The problem with such decisions, if you decide to go with like the easier option, the shortcut or whatever it is, right? That gratification option, it's not gonna get you to your optimal potential. It's not gonna get you as far as you could have gone if you chose maybe the harder way, maybe, but something that your gut will tell you that that's what you need to do, or connection to source will tell you, whichever way you want to call it. What do we have for divine masculines? I try not to make it too long, and I still have to do the connection space and the messages, so just moving it along. And by the way, I've uploaded most of the zodiac horoscopes for April now on my other channel, Mindful Bamboo, so if you want to check that out, be my guest. The handle is in the description box. And of course, if you like what I'm doing, don't forget to like, share, subscribe. And I actually just realized how great, and you noticed my bamboo backdrop serves as well in this location too. Because it's a small studio, so this is basically my bed, and it's covering it up very nicely for the backdrop, you know, for what I'm doing. But I just realized it also looks nice with the purple wall. It's nice when things just work out, right? So for the masculine, we have Ace of Swords and Queen of Wands. The masculines, I see in some new truth about Divine Feminine. This is Divine Feminine card. And it's almost like they realize, they get more clarity on some of the choices the feminines have made, like where it's coming from, what the background is. It's almost like they get this insight into like their childhood or something cultural that, you know, that they were brought up in. Easily could be that your divine feminine is from a different culture than you are, right? And sometimes it's harder to just take things at face value and be like, oh yeah, okay, you did that, yeah, I get it, right? It's like, oh no, that's weird, right? But then you hear more of that story, or you understand more of how people lived there and then, right? What the cultural stereotypes are, what the history is. You're like, oh yeah, now it makes sense, I get it. So there's some more, I'm getting the word unification. I guess I'll just go for it. More unification between the twins, because divine masculine is feeling more like this closer bond, because they understand better certain concept of Diev's life, and not just life like the, you know, the history, right, like what happened before, but also the way that divine feminine is right now, right, and certain values that they have. They understand better where it's coming from. And if you're thinking to yourself, divine feminine's watching, I haven't spoken to my DM in 2 months, how could that happen? Easily, because when you were talking, you were telling each other stories, or maybe even they found out certain stuff from social media or from your common friends or something, right? And that was like, it didn't stick with them, right? Like it was like, that's weird, right? So that information kind of lived with them. And then now they got this new piece of information that kind of ties together to that, so they get more understanding, right? Now it's like, yeah, okay, I see it now, I understand. Okay, the connection space. I'll use the Lightseer's Tarot for that. That was fast. Six of Pentacles, Four of Swords. So I'm getting Four of Swords is actually the energy that comes out of the full moon energy. It's giving the twins ability to do some self-care, to do some healing, and to, well, to mend the heart, basically, right? To sort of like have that energetic recharge, so that you can get excited about, could be a new relationship, could be letting somebody in your heart space, right? Could be even a new project that you were on the fence about because you didn't think that I will follow through nicely because of the heartache or pain you experienced lately. But now there's more enthusiasm in collaborating with someone, right? Six of Pentacles is about partnership, it's about sharing, right? Like there's this new excited reality. It's like, yeah, now that I've released certain things, that I've integrated certain things, I have so much more knowledge and energy, and you know, that kind of automatically falls into like, okay, I'm ready to share, I'm ready to work with someone else, I'm ready to go out into the world, you know, and do my thing. So I feel like this is still separate for each of the twins, but it's still pretty cool energy to have. So yay. Okay, let's get some messages from divine masculine to divine feminine. I want you. I think so, yes. It's adorable, isn't it? It's adorable. Yes, I think it makes sense. And you know, as I was just talking about this resting and rejuvenation and wanting to share. You see, that's what comes out. That's the way then the masculines recognize it in their consciousness, right? They get that pull again towards the feminine. They want to be together. It's like, remember the previous messages we had was more along the lines of like, I need more time, or I'm afraid to talk, something like that. You see how different this is, this vibe. I want you. I think so, yes. You know, it's like, yeah, for sure. It's still weird for them to hear that when they say it out loud, but yes, they get it. Messages from DF to DM now. Oh, this first couple, like this fell out together. You're my everything, and love is the answer. So sweet. And again, from this healing space, from rejuvenation, from resting, right? And be more selfish. So yeah, divine feminine is basically saying that DM, you have a big heart, you're taking care of a lot of people, a lot of different things, and you need to remember to, like, if you are really watching me closely, you need to pay attention to the part where you're supposed to take care of yourself first before you can be there for other people. And I love you so much that I just want that for you. I want you to be happy. I want you to be in love with yourself, to be in love with life, right? And yeah, sometimes it means be more selfish. There's nothing wrong with that. Okay, I think I'm gonna leave it here. Thank you so much for joining me today, guys. Love you all, and I'll be back with more readings very, very soon. Bye.